Hey there, my fellow Exile fans, and World7 here, coming at you from Richie Rich Labs, and today I've tested in the laboratory Conan Exiles for the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. It is the optimized for the respective consoles update, and let me tell you, it brings two modes, quality and performance. Of course, one's 30, 160, 4K, and what I believe is 1440p, but let's dive into it, and let's talk about Conan Exiles on the new Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S consoles. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that intro. That is a new theme music style stuff that I want to adapt to every game, changing the background music. Let me know what you think about it. But anyway, here we go. Performance mode, starting off on the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. Series S on the right and Series X on the left. I believe it is 1440p on the Xbox Series X at 60 FPS and then 1080p 60 FPS on the Xbox Series S. The thing is, it's hard to tell how much resolution we have, and trust me, I've searched online. I've actually reached out to the developers of Conan Exiles to try to get a specific number of what is their target specs, and I'll get back to you on my socials so you can follow me there, and I'll definitely update you there. But anyway, performance mode is looking pretty good for pretty much empty spaces, and if you want to know PvP, check out towards the end of the video is where I'll have that section. But before we move on, I would like to show you quality mode on both consoles. So here we go with quality mode, and it hits 30 FPS. The thing is, you will see some issues with the FPS. Rather than dropping, it is delivering more, a little higher. The thing is, that is not good either compared to dropping them, because it is delivering them at inconsistent rates, timing, so it will affect your experience. Honestly, it doesn't feel too bad. Some people might be quite sensitive to this, but to me, I prefer this over a dropped FPS. But anyway, that can be mitigated or reduced by having a VRR or FreeSync enabled monitor or TV, which I have an article up on streamingliveacademy.com that I invite you to check out, that I wrote, where I explain what VRR is and how it works with FreeSync and stuff like that, or how it is similar to that. So to finish off the quality mode here, we'll have some vegetation coming up real soon. The thing is, quality mode, besides resolution, I do believe there are graphical settings here and there between the consoles that differentiate them. I'm not sure if texture quality is one. It could just be based on the sharper resolution that when you're walking around, you'll see in the vegetation section, it looks cleaner, definitely, but it's probably due to the resolution rather than the graphical settings. But it could also be just as a disclaimer, this update I just found out about yesterday, and so like a day or two after it came out as of the recording of this video, so I haven't had a lot of time to play the game and then compare them. This is pretty much just over one day on the weekend, so bear with me. If you find out of anything like graphical settings and whatnot that you notice, please share in the comment section below and let's talk about it so we can all educate ourselves and know what the differences are. But I mean, the most important part pretty much is just how sharp it is, and I think quality mode delivers in sharpness. Alrighty, so you probably saw the dropped FPS on the Xbox Series X and also the Xbox Series S. So my verdict here is, of course, PvP, you have to stick to the performance mode, even with its random drops. And hear me out. The fact that it drops is bad, okay? That doesn't justify it, but this kind of game is a survival game. And if you come from survival games, you understand that this is actually pretty decent. You right there, you saw that Series S, go back and let's talk about it. We're below 60 for a little bit. Series X struggles in that section, but not as bad as the Series S. The Series S is dropping like halfway to 30, 40 FPS, which VRR is not going to save the day at that level. And so Series X, definitely more stronger performance, but that at the end of the day, it's a survival game, and compared to what we used to have on the Xbox One X and Xbox One consoles, it's day and night. it just looks beautiful. Even my cousin and I that we're actually getting back into this game, we both were like, it looks beautiful on this consoles. And so the difference on performance, by the way, I'm showing you quality, but performance, you're not going to have grass pretty much at all on the Xbox Series S, and you will on the Xbox Series X. And so that is a major difference graphically besides resolution on the Xbox Series S and X. Now, quality mode, you will see that section where there's the reptilian creature thingy, and you'll see the stuttering there too, but it's not as bad and predominant because we're already at 30. But anyway, with VRR, it should smooth it out more, but of course I still wouldn't recommend doing PvP with that. Game mode. So real quick to the observant, and this is something I noticed and I think it's interesting, just for the sake of being interesting, and let's be honest, raise your hand with a like and a sub if you agree, and hit the bell when you're at it. But anyway, the jiggle effects, if you noticed, the game, this is a personal inside joke of mine, is whenever you spawn, you'll notice that your character, and depending on which region you are, you can have access to the full nudity. And so the male one, I personally am in the American continent, so I don't have access to it, but I've heard that it does come dotted with special physics. But anyway, as you can see with our female protagonist here, if you notice back in the video, you'll notice that the jiggle physics tend to downgrade substantially once you pass the spawning area. That's just something I noticed, you know, for science, but my friends of culture, my cultured friends, just a small detail for you, Easter egg. Anyway, there we go, that is quality, and fetching quality mode on the Xbox Series, as you see, jumping up to 60 at times. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's just my software thing is crazy, but here we go, PvP. As you can see, 60 FPS, it will drop, that's the sad truth of it. But it's not too bad. Whenever I was fighting, it felt like it would happen and I was locking an animation or the character was actually done fighting. But anyway, yeah, if you get into much bigger fights, it might be problematic. But remember, compared to the Xbox consoles and early PlayStations, it's a walk in the park, in my opinion. It's a huge improvement. And here it is, the same fight in quality mode. And yeah, of course the day and night cycle and whatnot will change things around, but this part right here, if you go to this part in the campfire with the graphic settings, this is where I invite you to check out the difference between both. It's like the trees, the palm trees, look, in either mode, they look blurry on the Xbox Series X, Series S, compared to the Xbox Series X, which makes me wonder if the settings is, you know, for example, and this is just nerd talk, but you know what? I'll save the nerd talk. It can be complicated. I'm hoping to hear back from the developers, but until next time, I'm in107. If you have any more questions, hit me up, and I enjoyed that you made it to the end of the video, and I'll see you all next time. And enjoy the Exiles. Peace out.